Okay, so here it is, the 7300 EG. So I purchased an Escort, a 7300 Escort that is, to protect my IC 7300 Mark II. Predominantly it's going to be in the QTH, but I wanted rails on it. If I ever wanted to grab it, take it out to a POTA or something. So we're going to open this one up. This is my my sweet William Wallace letter opener sword I got in Scotland about 20 years ago. Still works. Hopefully. I don't know, it might be a little more dull. Yeah, it's definitely more dull. I got to sharpen this thing. Come on, William Wallace. So let's see. Now, you got black or OD green. Of course, the 7300 Mark II is black, but I like green. So we got the green. Here we go. The legs, rubber feet with screws and the strap. I went ahead and got the strap. You can add that on. I think this was an additional $23, I believe. And got the little screws to go into the side of the radio. And we have 1 and 2 side rails. One of the reasons I like these is, well, a couple of reasons, but one of the reasons is it's metal, so a little more durable. And the other reason I like is it's got these bent out hooks or loops for the handle, or another handle if you'd like. You can get a handle that screws into your radio as well, but I like the ones that hook in like this, so it doesn't have to always be connected. And the other cool thing is you don't have to get it straight. You can get it curved out here. And why I wanted it curved was so that this rail does not get in the way of my VFO knob. So I got the curved rails, as you can see. Let's open the second one here. And they'll be like this. So as you can see, it's curved. So this won't get in the way of the VFO knob, or any other knobs for that matter. And then this can hook on either side, and you just clip them in with those hooks. So there it is. We've got the set here. Let's go to the radio and hook it all up. All right, so we've got our 7300 Mark II ready to go. And we've got all of our parts over here. We've got the handle, the little rubber feet, the 4 screws that go with the rubber feet, and you've got 8 screws to put the rail in. Now, if you're gonna put the feet in, you don't need 4 of those screws. So set those aside. You need 4 small screws for the rails, and then 4 screws for the feet. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn over the side here. Now, I already did this, and when I recorded it, there was too much background noise, so I'm re-recording this. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take these little rubber feet that have a self-adhesive backside. You're gonna take that self-adhesive tape off, and you're going to line it up with each hole on both sides and put all 4 of those on. So you've got that little rubber foot in there. So, or excuse me, rubber washer in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our portable zero rail. We're going to line that up with the holes, the bent side here towards the VFO. And this side is not going to have the feet. So we're going to use the small screws. And you're just going to finger tighten these in. You don't tighten any one down. You finger tighten them. That should go in real easy. You don't want to strip the threads on your radio. That would not be good. So make sure it goes in easy. And just finger tighten them down. And kind of make sure it's even. There we go. And real quick, what I do is you don't want to tighten these too much. So hand tight and then maybe a 1/4 turn. Once they have resistance, then maybe a 1/4 turn. And kind of like a spare tire, I think. 1/4 turn. And then what you can do is, after you use it a few times, check each one, see how they are doing, and tighten them if they need to. But they suggest you don't over tighten them because, again, you can mess the threads up on any radio inside. They're not real durable. All right, so we got one side. Now this side, again, we've already put the little rubber sticky washer things on. So these screws are longer, and what we're going to do is going to go ahead and put them in the rubber feet. Oh, yeah, it might help if we put the rail on. And these are longer, so they're going to go all the way through. So again, find the, line it up. Line it up. There we go. And we're going to tighten that a little bit just so it holds and doesn't fall off. But we're not going to tighten it too much because we want to line all the, be able to line up all these screws and inside, like going diagonal here. Got that one in. Should go in just nicely. Okay. That screw pushed down a little bit. And the last, actually, I want to see in here. It looks like, yeah, it looks like they got a metal washer in there. That'll help. So these screws don't, if you tighten them down more, they're not going to squeeze through the rubber hole there and mess up the feet. So yeah, that one goes in nice and easy. And again, once you get some resistance, I'm going to go a couple turns. And when the foot can't turn, like I can manually turn this. Once you can't turn the foot, I think you're good enough. Again, you can always check it after you use it a couple times. It's still loose. So let's tighten that some more. Still loose. There we go. Tighten this down. Get some good resistance, and then maybe just another full turn and a turn or so. That's good. That might be a little too much. I can see it gum dropping on the side. The shape of it. Do that just before it starts gum dropping. That's probably good. I think it's okay if it spins a little bit. You don't want it too tight. Like that one's still gum dropping pretty good. I'm gonna loosen that up just a hair. Loosen that up. There we go. That's better. All right. There we go. Nice and tight. Now, because the feet are on this side, turn it back over here. And you simply hook these in. It looks like I'd want this side to be up. So snap that in there. Snap that in there. Good to go. Nice. So there is the whole setup. Now when you pick it up from this side, you've got these feet. You can set it sideways and not worry about it falling over as long as you're on a level surface. Good sturdy handle. And let me move this a little bit here. Now you can see why I wanted the curved, the bent front. So if that was straight, it would be right here where I can't use my right hand to really control the VFO unless I push the radio further away. With it bent out, I can easily manipulate this. I can put the mic in easy. I don't have to like go around or anything. All right, so there you go. We've got the Portable Zero metal frames to protect my Mark II and rubber feet. Nice solid handle that can easily clip off. You could put a shoulder strap there if you'd like, but curved front rails I like because I have full access without going around the rails. Solid. They make them for a variety of radios. Check out their website at Portable Zero. Find your radio and you will not be disappointed by this product. So thanks for watching, and 73.